Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Ultimate General Civil War with me, your host, Luckymarine. I'll just adjust the things that I need to do. I should have done this beforehand, but I didn't. And we're proceeding to the next day, because we'd already gone almost 2 hours. This is the last. The Richmond is the last battle. So, it's probably acceptable that it's this long. Yesterday we had one of our fiercest fights. We lost many good soldiers that followed us from the start of the war. If we could, we avoid this battle, which apparently gives the Confederates a chance to destroy our army, as these defences are very strong. Right. Nevertheless, we also have the chance to end the Civil War today, because I'm encouraged to continue the attack. With the sacrifice of thousands, our soldiers, we secured the eastern defensive perimeter of Richmond. Yeah, because we took a fort over here, I think, somewhere. Over here, maybe? We now prepare for our final assault, which might yield the final victory for the Union. So, attack east and reserves, attack north. Yeah, I think this spread is going to be alright, I think. We'll go to camp and we'll fill out. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, we're going to have to put
yes, sir.
People in charge, anyone in charge. Then you can have a major. And we'll fill out as many as we can, just with veterans. Okay. None of Springfields. We can't swap them out for better rifles. So anyone who has a Springfield is stuck with a Springfield. Will get. Should have only 1,600 in the shop there. And Kelly, you can have 10.
Sir, yes, sir.
Anything else? We do have Harper's Ferries that we can use. So we'll get keys filled out. Young as well. Nope. Walton? Nope. Daniel, yes. $1,300 left in the shop. Second Corps, Manson, Harper's Ferry. Hobson again, Harper's Ferry. Griffin took a little bit of a beating last time out. Don't think I'm going to need those supplies. I think I would rather use that money. To bear effect. Old Greg. You can have 52. So that's the amount of rifles we have. Nope, no rifles there. Didn't know you could upgrade them. I didn't know you could upgrade them between battles. Which one do we want? Endurance? Discipline? Just no. We don't really have the money to do much more. Nelson. Okay, we'll go with that. That'll be fine. Yep. That'll be fine, he says. Turned down money into men. Got back up to a decent amount. Let's go. Yesterday we succeeded in securing the eastern entrenchments by penetrating and capturing command posts located here. We did it. It took a while to get through. All the way south. Continuing at New Bridge Road. Yep. All those points have been taken. All the way up to that railway as well. And yeah, because that railway line to the north was where we ended up chasing something. I don't. Anyway, we also took this fort after much palaver. So yeah, that was the map cut off on the first day, or the first portion, because they were coming from this road, I think, maybe a road further up. Today we're going to attack the east side of Richmond, and this is not going to be easy. 5 forts and strong trench networks around the city. 2 forts are dominating the south defences. So we're going to get in. Powerful start fort. He is guarding the eastern route to Richmond. The Confederate fort is located further north. Oh, and another one. And that's blocking any kind of flanking movement over there. Armory is going to begin the attack from this direction. Simultaneously attack from the east and the south, it would appear. East and southeast. And this is what we have to get. We progressively capture all forts, allow us to proceed to the town and force the remaining rebels to surrender. Now, unless the forts are capture points, specifically capture points, I don't think I want. Okay, enough. This is what I was worried about. I'd rather just march between the forts and get to the town. Oh no, it's going to open up the battlefield a little bit at a time for us. Well, We will set up. In a line, we'll put our cannon over to this side to try and dislodge 24, 24. Try and dislodge the people in the fort. Logan as well, 24 pounders. And kitchen. The rest just to the rear. I think the 12 pounders have a little bit more range. They do, they definitely do. The 24 pounders are, I think it's 110 yards for the 24 pounders. Yep, effective range of 110, effective range of 140. 1,400 even, wow. I'll get you lot into reserve. Supplies by the cannon. Those in the middle. Don't really want to be attacking into this, but we'll see how the battlefield opens up. Loomis. Skirmishers away from you. What? Do I not have a sound anymore? Yeah, there we go. Alright. We'll march. Just a little bit forward. Just to allow our cannons to get shots on the fort. If that means moving, it means moving, so. Right, I don't think we're going to need skirmishers. You go back to your unit. We'll detach skirmishers here and see what's ahead of us. See if they're on the defences. Wonder where they are. Are they just on this fort? That can't be right. Well, let's overrun this defensive position before they might be moving into position as we speak. Kevin Logan is injured. Logan is injured. Really? You're taking fire? Alright. No way. And you down this side. We need shots on them, we need shots on them. We need to be turning them away as quickly as possible, and then we'll turn our attention to the infantry. Really, no one's here? That seems bizarre. Don't trust it though. Oh, Walton, what are you doing? Right. You need to spin yourself around just a little bit. Right, they've already shot. You might as well get around a couple of volleys into them. Push you forward. We need to try to get Fry and Braxton out of this fight. You in there. Come on. So, they moved into this position. They'd taken one volley. And by the time they sorted themselves out, I think I counted 2 shots from Schweitzer. They'd already sorted their lives out for the second volley and routed them. I thought we'd easily be able to get a volley off and then be able to turn to face to avoid a flanking shot. But no. No, no. There's got to be something else that happens on this map. Let's start pouring fire into Williams. Are you still firing into Fry? No, you're not. I need you to be firing onto them. I need you to be firing onto them. I need you through the middle there. Come on. Right, you push through there. Good. You continue. You continue. Come on. Don't give them a chance to sort themselves out because we're in a really bad position here. Get out of there. You out of there. Get shots onto them. I need you to switch fire if you can. Actually, it's like that. Somehow you've ended up in melee. You switch fire, you switch fire. Low surrendered, good. Let's get you out. Running. Looks like these guys are going to get away. We'll pull you around. Let's get you locked down here. Okay. You head that way. Hopefully we can eliminate Fry here. Oh, alright, Loomis. Sherman. Young. Man the fort. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what reinforcements are going to get. So let's not get dragged too far out of position. As for this over here, you go back to unit. I don't know how it's contested. Maybe because there's still units on the field? Can't imagine so. Right, get yourself out of the river. It's not a good look. Kelly, let's move you back up towards the fort. Again, let's get out of the river. Nope, the other way. So what's this? Majority of our brigades can now attack the east side of the town. Do not hesitate, bring your men forward. Right, so it's opened up a little bit more for us. So we can rip them out of that fort and pull them south. Let's stay where we were. Form you up. All of you out of that fort down to here. All except yeah. Let's not leave this point unguarded, and all of our cannon move forward as well. Random supply depot that we can take. And let's see what's in front of us here. A few skirmishers. I will check them out. I don't know if there's going to be that much of a defense in front of us, but we can always see. I think more of the map is going to open up south, so you can go into there as well. We'll speed up time just a little bit, just so people are in position. How are you spotted there, but you're not spotted there? Right, you pull back a little bit. Same with you. And with you. So none of these spotted anymore. None of them are going to start. None of them are going to be attacked. No more morale damage being imparted onto us. We'll just form up. Wait for the cannons. Wait for the support. Looks like we can push you all the way up here. Okay, you're on your horses. Down to here. Open up a little bit more of the map. Really? Oh, we'll take advantage of that. Come on, keep going. This will save lives in the long run. Come on, keep going. Bruisers are going to get flanked, but this is worth it. Ridding the enemy of this kind of firepower. Even a general. Will make our job a lot easier. One last shot on Howard. Good. Alright, let's get you out. Decent exchange there. We got rid of 3 cannon crews, which they were going to do more damage the closer that we got. And so confining the damage to just 2 units in a couple of skirmishes, instead of exposing our entire line to it, I reckon was the better option there. Now, cannons are our own. Let's get you into a position where you can start firing on Gary. This flank, I want you to wrap around just a little bit. And the infantry units that are left, let's push up. skirmishers into just this cornfield, just to give us a bit of vision on what we're dealing with in this fort. And let's start pressing. Nope, the other way. Okay, you firing on cannons, and you. Let's wrap this fort up. Again, let's get these cannons silenced before they do any damage to us. Yeah, you need to run, and you need to run as well. Allowing the cannons to get canister shot away. Well, yeah. Allowing the cannons to get canister shot away is just going to break morale. We'll end up with units scattered all over the map as they run away and then have to come back. Now, focus fire onto Hughes. There you go. And everyone there. Not quite. I don't want it to be that aggressive. No, we can do that. Walton, Klein, and Franklin. Let's get you down here as well. Horse, might as well bring you down. We'll walk our artillery forward. I'm sure we're going to need them. Along with the supplies and ourselves. Okay. 1, 2. I think it's just 2 units of cannon there. Let's get you are on there. You're on that corner. I'll bring these guys into better areas. Quite why we're at the front of our units, I have no idea. routed. Let's get you onto Stark. Let's have you three pushing onto Nelson. You can tie up Archer. So you're starting to flash. You've started to route. Should have this surrounded enough that they decide to just give up. We'll take prisoners here, I think. Nope, not that. Let's push you out this way. We're expecting the map to open up. You go back to your unit. You go back to your unit. You back to your unit. Don't know why they pushed the supplies on us, but we'll take it. We're not bothering fighting any of this. Get you on your horses and let's run you down here just in case anyone gets past us. Attack from south has begun. Well, attack from north is doing alright. Attack from the south is going to be weird, getting over that river. Let's climb the high ground, storm this fort. It's the last battle, so it's still not going to be enjoyable though. Let's have a look where people are. We'll push some of these people up preemptively anyway. One day I'll get the use. I'll get used to drawing that line. I'll draw them the right way, but it won't be today. And this is the last fight, so I don't have many opportunities. Although we'll probably end up doing a Confederate playthrough as well. That'll be interesting. I did cut my teeth a little bit on the Confederate. Well, this seems a weaker spot on the Confederate part of the game. Alright, you pull back. That's going to be a half decent falling point. We'll line up there, storm across, hopefully take out. Good. Yep. To that end, our cannons need to be over here. Let's not stand in the middle of nowhere for no reason. Manson, let's get you across that. We make sure that we go across the fording point. It's going to be a lot quicker to get across this little bit of river. And as soon as they open up vision on this guy, I need all the cannons firing. I'll try to get him out of there. Need you to run, need you to run, and you, and you. You firing into that melee. Oh, good. Let's get you back across the river running. And let's secure this defensive position so that no one else jumps on it. We've had that before. We'll push our cannons across the river. It'll take them quite a while, so we'll get that done now. I should push you straight into Richmond. Hobson and Ashmore can hold the beachhead whilst the cannons get across. We'll probably split skirmishers out from them, expose what's over here. There's no other fording point, and you can see how slowly it is. How slowly it is? Wow, good English. How slow it is getting across the river. So we'll push everyone over to this fording point. Looks like it's going to be the best place to go across. Plus we've already secured a safe beachhead. Although we have been caught out before. At least I'm not one on that point. Okay, skirmishes. Just into there. And again, skirmishes. You're into here. Let's try open up vision on what we have to hit. Okay, you lot. Should have the range for that. Well, Richmond fell without much. A lot less than I thought it would. You're not moving? Let's manually move you then. We'll use these three onto this flank. We'll use these three into the centre. We're going to get flanked from this tiny little fort here, but we'll deal with it. You go back to unit, you go back to unit. We'll need the numbers. Hobson, you could be in reserve. Ask an Ashmore. So, U3. That cannon, U3. That cannon. Let's get you across. Have we not got vision on this? Nope, just straight into melee. That's unfortunate. The attack continues from all sides. Continues from mine. Rebels are desperately defending to the last man. This man has to keep attacking, men fall like, yeah, okay. Good job we kept Young up here. You charging into Nash. You charging into Nash as well. Let's route you away. And let's route you away. And let's just cover off. Looks like the counter-attack has come from the north. Nope. You go back to unit. Push you onto this observation point. Push you through these woods. Devon's onto that defensive point. Franklin onto that one. Rebels are defending the south strongly. Oh, kind of. Oh, what is this? Confederate cavalry. Gary, you go back to the fort as well. Let's get you running. This had already defended into. Coward was in melee. And he had less people than that, didn't he? I'm fairly certain he had less men than that. I'm also fairly certain that he'd already been dragged off his defensive position. Right, Manson, you continue trying to get shots on Hayes, everyone else. Concentrate on Cowand. It's weird how when you go from one place to another, everyone's run orders vanishes again. Alright, so we're secured this fort. Good. If we route you, I don't know what direction they're going to end up running off into. Let's just run that way. Manson. Let's get shots onto Basinger. Now on what? Oh, okay. So this looks like we've merged both maps together. Day's ending and soon the battle will be over. We must capture the town and the forts or else we fail. One final charge can bring total victory or to glory. No, you get back on that point just in case. We've been messed up by cavalry taking out strategic points for us in the past. It will not happen this day. Not to me. Nope. Let's not run you back into your friends. That'd be a terrible idea. Richmond Town Militia. Right, you run that way. We've already taken the town. Let's not relinquish it just yet. You get off your horses, cut your crap on your horses. And let's wrap these guys up. Loomis, I want you on that point. Greg, kill them. You get in the defensive position. And we've secured that fort. I'm sure I put people in here, did we not? Maybe not. Alright, so we've pushed them off that point, and we'll continue to drive them into the edge of the map. These are the cav that were promised, or a couple of units anyway. Should be able to counter them fairly easy. As long as we have men on points, like Young, like, well, yeah, of course. And these guys down here, we should be able to hold everything. Well, that's fairly terrible. Let's get you over there as well. Should be able to take out Leyden whilst he's trying to cross that bridge. Trying to cross the river even. Once Manson opens up, that should be the end of him. Swan has decided to not play anymore. And someone ran up in this direction. We'll push Griffin out there. Manson, we'll use you as well. They're just floundering in the river here. Done. As long as we defend our cannon, these guys shouldn't be too much of a threat. They're already on the run. The morale's already shaken. The closer they get to our cannon, the more likely it is we'll be able to take them out with canister shots. How we get on up here? So, we found them. We also got far too close to these for my liking. Maybe so let's pull you away from that. The cannons are moving, they're not firing, which is good for us. You three, focus on Barton. Let's try and take him out of the game completely. They're just supplies, but might as well make an effort. Alright, good. Lee surrendered. Let's run you away. Next to Swan. Let's get right in behind Barton. You all should be firing at someone that is within your arc. Alright, we'll find a volley. Make it a good one. That was fairly terrible. Nah, just take it out. With rifles. That's all that's required. Now I think, had you lost a few games, or a few battles, or drawn more battles, or had heavy losses in a few of the engagements, then I reckon this fight would be a lot closer than it probably is right now. If that makes sense. Yeah, just open up on it. I think had they just had full units, full 2,500 strength units, this would have been a lot more of a challenge. As it is right now, it's a bit weak, but it's only weak because of how well we've done earlier on in the campaign. There's the fort armament. Not really. Alright, Getty, what do you have? Just Harper's Ferry. I don't think they even got a volley off. And fire again. Done. Victory, yeah. If they'd have had similar numbers, then this would have been a lot more challenging. As it was. It wasn't really. Our brigade did well. Hubbard did really well actually, for my losses. As did Hexhammer, never heard of him. Who had one loss? Klein. Klein did amazing work. All those kills for just one loss. Yep. Good stuff. What says 1 wounded, 2 wounded. Lots of promotions. Lots of supplies. Captured. Excellent. Excellent, but it's a hollow victory, really. We'd done so well earlier on in the campaign that the final fight just wasn't final boss kind of proportions. And that's the end. That's a grand victory. Hooray, the Union has finally prevailed. The Confederate capital is taken, and the rebels signed a peace treaty, accepting our terms. The brutal civil war that cost the lives of thousands and divided our nation for more than 4 years is finally over. All Confederate generals have surrendered, including Lee, our greatest adversary. The country will be united again and slavery shall cease to exist in the United States. Wasn't it a couple of days later where Lincoln got assassinated? I seem to remember it was almost comically soon after the surrender of the South. It was, well, I don't know. Reconstruction. It was almost like conspiracy theory kind of thing. It was like, well, Lincoln's done his job, let's get someone else in. Reconstruction era begins that will reform our nation and ensure that Americans will never fight Americans again. In the war between the states, leadership and skill became a matter of national pride. Your men will follow you anywhere. And you returned home a hero, greeted with parade and great fanfare. People of the great state of New York elected you governor by an overwhelming margin. Your skill at managing an army in the field will prove invaluable for managing an entire state. I think if you do it on the harder difficulty, you get to become president, but if you do it on the medium setting, you get to become a governor. So, total losses of infantry, artillery and cav, just shy of 200,000, just shy of 5,000, just over 4,000 for cav. We lost 1,006 soldiers to cowardice, giving up, and we killed more than 500,000 infantry, 41,000 artillery. That doesn't surprise me, actually. We identified that artillery was a big threat early on, and so whenever we could, we focused it down, tried to get it off the battlefield. And just shy of 17,000 cavalry. And we captured 35,000 soldiers. Good stuff. Done. And that's it. Back to normal screen. Back to the start screen even. It's been exciting. It's been good. That fight has gone on for ages. I even ended up putting a cutting, but still, you're talking 2 hour long videos, you're talking hour long videos. I think the campaign with the South, which I do want to do. I mean, we've done one with the North, go all the way through and we've won. I want to do one with the South just because, just for the sake of seeing both sides. Seeing if there's a slightly different flavour. I know that the South get different rifles than the North get, just little bits and pieces like that. Since we started this playthrough, the game has come out, it's been finished, essentially. So there are a few more battles that have been chucked in, so we'll probably see them in the playthrough with the South, which I will start in the coming week. No, it's been fun. It's been fun, and right at the beginning of this playthrough, I mentioned that American Civil War wasn't my strong point. That Europe had enough history to be getting on with that I'd not really taken that much of an interest in American history, but you can see a lot of comparisons with European conflict. European conflict being mostly about resources. I know they dressed it up as slavery, but again, I just see this as it was a war over resources. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, the Emancipation Proclamation came out mid-war, so it wasn't as if it'd already out and the South said no to it. I don't know. I mean, comments in comments about that. It's from an outsider looking in. It seems almost as if the slavery point was it was good for morale, and it was a good moral point. But wars aren't fought on morals; they're fought for resources. But anyway, next time we'll do the CSA run through. Until then, I've been Luckymarine. As always, you lot have been amazing. Join me next time for that. Till then, do take care.